Ehalakasa online talk party, the longest standing online event, I would say, very consistent. Ever since the very first lockdown, we've held this down. And tonight we share with you some of the records. When we started, how many shows we've had, how many artists we've featured. It's not been easy, but with your support and with the hard work of the Ehalakasa team, was especially Black Italian himself, they've all worked so hard to find. Tonight we have another amazing artist. First time meeting him, but Charlie, I can feel his spirit already. Alpha Ego. Yeah, man. So he's our guest for tonight, and tonight he's going to pour his life, share his life with us, and pour his heart out. Stick and stick more, maybe me myself, but then if he can please adjust his camera so you can see him. Well, that would be cool. All right, so Alpha Ego, right there. Let me salute Efumwa. He's black looking, gorgeous as always. Salutes also to I Am Done. Yeah, man. Salutes to the man at Cambo. And last week they had an event. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it, but I heard it was fire. Salutes to Ohima Makeda, always here with us ever since the very first show. She's been here, Charlie. Salutes. It's not been easy, but she's been grinding since, and she's another amazing artist. Rough Fire, yeah, man. I see behind the microphone, so I suppose it's also another fire brand. Yeah, my brother Samuel Brown, aka Sincero. I've known him since class 2, so Charlie, he's been here since. I see Jane. Salute Jane Akwawa, beautiful woman. All right, and okay, the poet. I see Koju also just joining. Akwawa to all of you. So tonight, let's take and stay. You can pull out some drinks. If you have biscuits, you have to think, you have anything, yeah, Charlie, bring up, make the party. All right, Efumwa, what's up?
Cool.
Nice. Charlie, I say make one all ready for some exam tomorrow and all that. So you come to take some support from Alpha Ego. So Charlie.
Yes, because I've heard him perform once. So.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So if you can please do us the harness by reading his bio.
All right. Okay. Alpha Ego is one of Ghana's budding spoken word artists. His wordplay abilities have been evident since childhood, and that has seen him nurture the talent into a craft and an art. His ability to weave words together and bring out meaningful life stories through the beauty of poetry has seen growth to become a promising wordsmith. So this about Alpha Ego.
Yeah, man. Wordsmith. You know that person is no mere lyricist. Those means Charlie have very high expectations. So tonight, let's welcome the man himself, Alpha Ego, to share with us first piece. Bro, what's up? If you can please unmute. If like you mute your body small.
Okay.
Go on. What's up?
All right, Chalade Okulo.
Nice. So tonight, what do you have for us?
Okay, so, well, like I was told, like you all know, I'm a spoken word artist, and I love to play with words. I love to come up with words. I love to preach using creative stuff. I mean, with words. So tonight, well, I'm just coming to do me. I'm just coming to try my best and get you guys. And as much as I'm getting you guys entertained, I just have a message. So that's
nice
me.
Nice one. So Charlie, I'm already itching my seat. So if you can please go ahead with your first performance. Yeah.
Okay. So with my first piece, I'm actually coming with a couple of pieces. I think I have 6 pieces down. So with my first piece, I wrote this piece somewhere in 20. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Perfect.
All right, sure. So with this first piece, I came up with this piece, I think somewhere in 2017, 2018, I don't actually remember. And the title of the piece is Resolution. You see, when the year is about to end, you see, most people try to put pen and paper down, write stuff. Maybe, oh, this year I won't eat kenke again. This new year I'll do workouts. This new year, dear Charlie, body goals. This new year, dear make sure a girl. This new year I'll do this, I'll do that. So I just thought, like, okay, everybody's doing that. Well, after I go, I also do mine. So this piece is Resolution. I just hope you enjoy. No musical, no nothing. I just want you to listen and get in tune. Okay, so this is a new year. We still come to the altar with songs and poems sliced into prayers, with knees kissing the ground and eyes soaked in tears, to pray unto God to halt our fears, to pray unto God to halt our fears. Those fears that were whispered in the darkest caves of our ears for years and years and years. The fear of sin got us. So like in the Garden of Eden, even the voice of the Supreme Being couldn't sink deep down into my heart when he said, you fit touch everything for this garden inside, but for this particular tree, I beg, make you know Adam. But I became Adam, that was led by deceit. And instead of obeying God, I became dead to the voice I first heard. I remember so well the bad things I refrained from in January and February marched back into my life when I met this beautiful young girl called April. May I know your name was just that sentence that led to my doom. Soon June came, and in June I lied. In June I lied with this girl on the bed of fornication. After that, I let her out of my life like she was just a visitor or a guest. September, October, November, life was the same, but I had managed to fulfill just one of my resolutions. And that one I fulfilled was none. I abandoned mercy and grace and went for Mary and Joanna, married Joanna, because I thought they were hot enough. Of course, anytime I kissed them, I felt so high. But then why do I always desire the lustful body of Mary and Joanna as their temporal? They come and go when mercy and grace had promised never to leave me alone. Why? These thoughts made my faith begin to hover like the sea waves. As I used to see waves bidding me farewell, like I was going to see that cold monster called death. Unlike David, who still sees Saul and doesn't panic like a child's first trip with a seesaw, but see, Saul rather feared that stone boy whose seed became a cornerstone on whom the sword, the word of God, is gently pierced. So Lord, this new year, I no longer want to be a slave of fear. I want my faith in you to be stronger than the eastern gorilla or the black panther, so that others can wonder, Wakanda, what kind of God I serve. So I am ever ready, willing to serve you with all of my heart, placed on that plate called remorse, for you are the only heart surgeon that can work on it. And when it is all done, this scenery of mystery will bleed your word both day and night. So Lord, for the rest of my life, I want to be like a beautiful shining glass. So anytime people look at me, they wouldn't just see me, but they will see you and the wondrous works you still do. Alpha Ego.
Wow, Natty.
I beg you, go ahead. I'm speechless.
Okay. You have gone to become a wordsmith, right? Wordsmith. Natty talking, you continue at it. The way he used the month in a year. Oh, master, creativity. It's okay.
That was deep. Nice. All right, then, Charlie. Me, I can't wait to feed on the next. So, you can please serve us your second meal.
Yes.
But that was fine. That was fine.
Yes,
that was beautiful.
All right, thank you so much. I'm really pleased.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime people appreciate stuff like this, it makes me happy and it makes me to do more. So I hope the next piece I'm going to give you something more. I mean, something more fire.
Expecting.
Serve it.
Okay, because I do Christian spoken word mostly. I have some spoken word I do about social stuff. I mean, I have pieces about racism. I've done pieces addressing life. I mean, I'm working on an album which will mostly address social stuff and not mostly about church. But that's how I started. And anytime I get a means like this, I like to share. I like to share stuff like this. So I beg, make you not toxic. Hey, this boy, they won't preach. They won't. Yeah, I beg.
No.
No
That's
boundaries.
you.
Just flow.
That's you.
Okay, so this second piece, the title is Testimony. I wrote this piece somewhere in 2017. It's actually a true life story, and it's something I really struggled with, and I just hope. I mean, I struggled with it, and I came up with this piece, and yeah, it was my best piece till I came up with another piece. So actually, this piece is my second favorite piece. I'm talking too much, so let me just go. Testimony. He looked so tall. A giant bully that made a tough Christian like me look so small. He was my master, and I was his slave, a cruel ruler who made me dine at the grave, though living. So you're wondering what his name is, this master. It's called Bashan. So I call him masturbation. This slave lord blinded my eyes so I couldn't even see. So anytime I closed my eyes and prayed in Jesus' name, amen, I walked back into his dark world like the night plague of Egypt, a spoken word poet with lots of hearts pumping beneath this broad chest for the word of God, rebuking people for their sins, inspiring others to serve Christ more, knocking on hardened heart's door, reminding others of the end time, but like an enzyme, I was only helping to speed up the call for salvation. But I was never part of the sick. My right hand, the hand that used to behold the glorious works of this majestic king, calling him names, writing names befitting his everlasting reign, as God was the same hand I used to hold another pen. Well, this pen is just like a rod, which I used to please this slave lord. Though the words were behind my lips, I still created scenes of lust beneath my eyelids. So anytime I closed my eyes, the next thing I could see were lust slides. My mind sighed and fully concentrated on these slides like an average student searching for a first class. March 6, 1957. The whole of Ghana rejoiced because we had gained independence from the white man. So I thought I was a free man. But all this while, I was living under the roof of deception, illusion, falsification, refutation, and any other shit you can think of, because I was still that nation that was in slavery. I thought I was married to the sun, but perhaps I was referring to the one I was living under. No wonder I got married to myself. I was the husband, at the same time the wife, that butcher that goes to the abattoir without a knife, that zombie living, but I had no life, but I still knew that I had to survive. But then I had to make a choice, and I made that choice. And that choice was to divorce the voice that made noise in the tombs of my memory. That choice was to divorce the voice that made noise in the tombs of my memory, to avail myself to be freed from slavery. I took a closer look at Christ, that man who was ready to pay my bride price. I accepted his proposal. And on our wedding day, the cross and nails were his suit and tie. He promised to be with me even when I die. The crown of thorns on his forehead inscribed my name, and instantly my heart, I felt this spark of flame. Now, so many people may argue that masturbation is not a crime, or even if it is, it's not one of those serious crimes, and may ignore this testimony spiced with a bunch of rhymes. But listen, even if God detests adultery, you laying with another man's wife, how much more you having sex with your body, his very own temple, the church, will be presented as a bride to Christ, but here you are married to yourself. So where will you be during the presentation? Just think about this. Where will you be? If you are struggling with this addiction or any other addiction, It is never too late to relate to your true husband. Just take a closer look at Christ. He came down to serve, and he's here to set the captives free. You will never be at your best lying on this sinful mattress, sitting yourself with a devilish mess. So do as I did. Get up from your addiction and look up onto the skies. For your groom stands so tall with a smile as bright as late night stars. I know you know he is the reason for every blood that dripped. So why don't you hold on to Christ so tight and let go of the other grip? There is no fear of solitude. He never came for the perfect, but for the prostitute who constantly flirts with their addictions, yet he chases back for you. Yes, he chases back for you. When I try to rely on my own strength, I always bumped into closed doors. Why then are you relying on yours? Please rely on God's strength and allow yourself to be shown the beauty of redemption. Thank you.
Nice. So, Charlie, if you just join us, that right there is Alpha Ego, and it's the Ehalakasa online talk party. Happens each and every Friday. We've been doing this ever since. Tonight, the Fuma will share with us the road from beginning till now. We are still hard and running, but that was some deep peace. Yeah, man, the beauty of redemption, and cause this testimony. And I believe it's something a lot of people can relate. A lot of addictions, but tonight we pray that everybody breaks free from any form of slavery. You know, Charlie. So this place is not just entertainment, not just a party, but it's also a place of healing. And tonight, may you receive your healing, whichever way. All right.
Amen.
Nice. Alpha Ego. So I love us to talk, but we're talking already. So I would love us to go on to the third piece, and then we have a little chit chat. Then the show continues. All right. How far you go?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. So moving on fast forward to my third piece. This piece is titled X, EX. Yeah, and I know most of us here have X's, or at least you have one X. So yeah.
All of us are exes.
Okay, so this piece titled X. I really hope you enjoy it. I really meant it when I told her for her I can dig a hole deep enough to bury me. Honestly, this girl quenched the man in me. I acted more like a feminine. I became weak like carbonic acid, so with time, we lost our chemistry. It was a tragedy, breaking up with a girl who made me fall like gravity. Natty, please, I'm nobody said, hey, Natty, you conf, you make a who that, the person make a conf, the person make a conf, the person make a conf. Natty, you disturb somebody. Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. Oh, damn, no, yeah. Let me take it back.
All right, cool.
I really meant it when I told her for her I can dig a hole deep enough to bury me. Honestly, this girl quenched the man in me. I acted more like a feminine. I became weak like carbonic acid, so with time, we lost our chemistry. It was a tragedy, breaking up with a girl who made me fall like gravity. After giving her all of my heart like it was some charity, you treated it with so much insanity and you expected me to still stick around you? Sedentary. To the world, you were my pride. But to you, the P was silent, so you took me for a ride. So what happened to those nights? Those watchful nights walking with you side by side, staring at the sprinting moon, counting the countless stars in the skies and admiring the ones in your eyes. You promised never to hurt me, but in your hands, my hardened heart became a bruised brick, brutally broken, bizarrely bantered and beaten. You know, falling in love with you was no different from the story I shared with my forefathers. I became a slave, forcefully following your flawed formulated fictional fantasies, which turned out to be foolish false fallacies. You obstructed me from seeing the light. You were a dark giant, a tall, tempting tar, tactically twirling and tilting on my tongue, twisting my tongue, taunting and torturing a timid teen till tears tamed me. You were born in my mind, You grew in my heart and you settled on my tongue. You affected my diction. You were my addiction. You were my addiction. You read me obituaries instead of bedtime tales at night when I was mourning. Your lullabies were dirges. And the truth is, there wasn't a single day I never regretted falling for your lies. Your eyes, though they look so truthful, honest, and beautiful, they were so cold like ice and I choose to call you my ex because the purpose of our relationship is unknown. You only promised me the desires of this world, but because you were a loser, I gave you the L in this world, and all I had left was the word, the undiluted word of God. So today, I stand here not only as a 5'10" brown-skinned boy wearing the scars from your whips like a slave, but proud that after that long battle with you on my quest for freedom, I stand tall on your grave. And to you whose journey in life is like marching in front of a firing squad, and all you see is danger because of the red lines and their red eyes. Nothing good about you make the headlines. The wounds on your skin are deeper than my punchlines. I came to tell you to never give up on God, but to still look up to God. They say there is light at the end of the tunnel. Well, that's true. But what if I tell you that you are light even in the middle of the tunnel? It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm then. Do not let yourselves be burdened by the yoke of slavery. Alpha Ego. Thank you.
Alpha Ego. So, and let me say this, and see this brother is a true wordsmith. Because if you listen to his speeches, we hear a lot of literary devices at play. You understand? We hear puns, we hear metaphors, we hear consonants. I like what you did in there with the T's, the consonants. We hear oxymorons. Charlie, you hear all the literary devices come to play. It's not easy to I don't know if you're a literature student or you took time to study these devices. Tell me something about yourself. How did it start with you with regards to poetry, spoken word poetry?
Okay, so well, I never did literature. And even in English language, I never really liked literature. I was a science student, so unfortunately, I couldn't study deep. I couldn't study literature. Yeah. So how it started, from infancy, I've always loved things. Where's that rhyme? I mean, where's that? That's how I started. So let's say even if I'm doing anything, let's say, and I'm trying to say something, and my sentence ends with car, I'll try my best to make sure my second sentence will also end with something like car. So maybe if I'm talking about tomorrow, I go buy a car. So say next week, I go Senegal, go jump for Dakar. You see, that kind of thing. So I actually didn't know what it was. It was just something about me. I remember my dad, my late dad, he gave me a poem book. I didn't even know that was my, I don't know what he saw, but he just gave me a poem book. I was there one day and he just gave me a poem book that I should just take it and I should read it, I should learn it. And that book actually helped me a lot, because that book, I wasn't really stealing from it, but I was learning a lot from that book, because it was a book by one famous Christian poet called Helen Rice. So it really started in SHS. I mean, I started with love. Most poets start with love pieces. I mean, I was also that kind of guy. So
you're in love.
Well, I wasn't really in love. I just like to write. Vibing manner. I was also church or love stuff. But I remember sometime I could tell people that tomorrow is my birthday. I mean, one time to me birthday is birthday. That's what I say. You wanna And it was all with this writing. So I started with poems, short poems. And I had this friend who is called Beatrice. She was my mate. She's even standing for Miss Malika. She actually liked my poems, and she told me that I should really take it serious because I'm good. And I was like, okay, I mean, it's really great, but I can't go further. And she was like, oh, you can. I had people supporting me back then in school, the likes of Beatrice, Zachariah, and all that. So it got to a point, I became a bit popular with my pieces, with my writings. I mean, I remember in school sometimes when I'm writing English language, when it comes to essay, I'll just choose story because I wanted to express myself. I didn't want to write a letter where you come and mark me for salutation for this. No, I just wanted to write a story. So I started writing story. I remember sometime when I write a story, people will come for my exam paper just to read the story that I've written. So in SHS, I was there one time and I was told, it was a Friday night, I was told that there's a poetry concert on Saturday, the next day. It's about drug abuse and drug addiction. So the school is representing, so I should write something. I was like, yo, yeah, it's Friday night. You're giving me the notice. The program is Saturday, you're giving me the notice on Friday. They pleaded with me. So I did something. I wrote some few lines. So when I went, the next day when I went, I was told to say, it's a show where we are supposed to give 2 pieces. I was like, yo, I wrote just one. Every that one is very short. When I got there, people were right, Charlie, we do stage almost said, no, boy, so on stage, I just had to come up with some stuff. I mean, so I was just doing stuff. Honestly, I don't even remember some of the things I said on stage, but they were actually cool. And it was a crowd voting. You know, we went to do it in the boys' school at GSTS. It was a crowd voting. I'm pretty sure I lost. I was second. I lost to the first girl because the boys were voting and they voted for the girl because she was fine. But I was still proud of myself. I mean, I came second. And it was nice. I mean, so when I came, one of the teachers told me that, I'm really smart. I really have to take it serious. Mr. Koti told me I really have to take it serious because if I can do something on Friday, go and recite it on Saturday, and still come out second. I mean, I won some prizes. So when I got to university and I took it from there, I didn't even know what spoken word was. I met some group of people who were discussing about it, about poems. And I told them that I used to write, but I stopped because anytime I write, my book gets missing. So I recited one piece to them, and the guy was like, "Yo, you'll be a very good spoken word artist. So just take it serious." And I asked him what spoken word, and he was like, "Okay, then follow me to my room." I remember Isaac took me to his room, Legon Hall, and he showed me videos of spoken word, and I downloaded. I took a lot of them. And I took a lot of them, and I started from there. I mean, I started from church, Nilante. There was this guy called Nilante. He helped me. I mean, he groomed me so nicely, and here I am. So that's how it started, and
nice.
Here I am now.
Charlie, beautiful story right there. And for me in particular was the book your late dad, may he rest in peace. Your late dad gave you. You know, I was reading something, friendship something yesterday. That we don't only have to develop our IQs. You're a science student, so I see you as a top sharp, you understand? But as we move along, let's develop our emotional quotient as well as our social quotient as well. Let's learn other stuff because you don't know what may carry you out there. So for the seed your father sowed in you, Charlie, enough respect to him. And I'm glad you also took it up and you're running with it. And I see you are with Sasa. Charlie Sasa is a great group and all. I would love for us to go on the conversation. However, time is fast paced. Welcome. Scribes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, nice. All right, cool. So we'll allow for 2 questions from the audience. So it will be snappy because I see more people they want to attack you for that like that. But before the questions come, let's have him serve us his 4th piece. But what do you say? Should the questions come before the piece or?
No, let him finish with the 4th piece.
The 4th piece. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Alpha, your 4th piece.
Okay, so this 4th piece is titled "Blind Man." I really hope.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Let's go.
Blind man.
Whoa. Yes, please unmute. Okay, I think the call came through for you.
Nothing.
Yes,
Nothing. Did you go and visit?
Yes.
Humankind.
Okay, let's go.
Today your voice sound, I don't know if it's from my end. Today your voice sound as if you are with humankind.
Oh no, it's a rain though. So the rain fell on the side, so kind of affected the network.
Okay.
All right, so our Alpha is back, so let's have Alpha.
All right.
All right, so can you all hear me?
All right.
Yeah, we can.
Yes, perfect.
All right, so blind man. Blind men with eyes locked in pages, searching for keys to unlock the doors of mysteries. Flipping through streets of pages, searching for answers hidden through quiet ages. Blind men acting like sages, with eyes bright like skies, but still unwise, widely open like the yawn of a hungry man, but blind because the mind's cornea can't focus on the sun, the light of the world, so we keep staring at each other's faces. Blind men. Most often for no reason, our excess thoughts scramble through reasons on scattered answers with random escape. If Jesus Christ indeed came down to die for our sins, why then is there still evil? I mean, he is God. He came from a spermless womb and left us with an empty tomb. So why not take away evil and save this earth and its people? Why do natural disasters occur? Why even bother searching for answers from an evil boss when he is the chauffeur? A dark God who doesn't make the show fair. Listen, mate, it's so unfair. And how dare you sit in silence and stare? Hey, God, are you really there? Why even bother searching for an answer from an evil character? I mean, he wiped the world with water and watched people die as they chanted Black Lives Matter. But does that even matter? He created a lake of fire brimming with sulfur for people he made. For people, their sins he paid in full. But hey, don't be a fool. How are they supposed to cope with all that heat and dark? We all agree that's evil, right? At least give them some ice pack. And you are telling me that he's a good and loving God. Are you on some crack? How am I supposed to believe that he is the Lamb when indeed I've seen him back? Blind man. But these were my thoughts when I was a blind man. My mind, blindfolded by the deceptive theories of this world that chased itself down my heel. So I couldn't see that evil wasn't created by God, but a choice made by man out of free will. And Christ's death and resurrection is the only route to save us out from this devilish kill. See, we humans made this world a vast desert of evil. And Jesus Christ is the only oasis. And we can only get to that goal when we allow him to give us the lone access. See, I am no James. I am no James, so I choose not to harden my heart, but rather step back and reflect on the Holy Three, the Holy Trinity, so that he can spice my life like curry powder. After all, that's the only way I can be a Golden State warrior. Blind man. Searching for answers, I came before an empty tomb and realized that the reason why he ended up there in the first place was because he chose to take my place. A loving God who wiped every shame and guilt off my face so I can clearly see his ways, and in him I can live my days. The only justice I deserved was punishment, but he chose to take my place. Blind man. Searching for answers, I came before an empty tomb, an evidence of his resurrection power to save me from evil, to save me from the scalding lake of hellfire. And hey, even if the redemption story is a course, even if the redemption story is a course, this world still can't offer alpha evil. Blind men.
Blind men. Charlie, so tonight maybe have no blind men. You pray for whatever you are venturing, you receive your sight, you receive a good vision. Blind men. That was beautiful, beautiful piece right there. All right. So we'll ask for 2 questions. If anybody has any, you can just show using the emoji sign to raise your hand so you can ask your question. If not, then we'll do a few announcements and the show continues after blind men. Nice. That was beautiful. Yes, any hands? Okay, I see no hands. So Ifuma, can you please do the announcements?
Okay.
But before the announcement, you can please read out the comment that came through.
All
Okay,
right.
all right.
Let me start with the comments.
Okay.
Nice from Okay the Poet. Alpha Eagle from I Am Done. Fire from Akambo. Penis Okay. Let me go in from Okay the Poet. Free from Slavery. The Beauty of Redemption from Mama Kida. Not to please, I'm nobody's ex. Alpha, sorry, bro, from I Am Done. Addiction from Okay the Poet. My Role Model from Raphael. Superstar from Boniface. I sure say you reached you before at Alpha Eagle from I Am Done. Yo, Tis can pull up from Okay the Poet. You don't expect Gian to vote for you, bro. We would definitely vote for the lady from Prosper. I like how your language is fearless. God, are you really there? From Mama Kida. I am no James, so I choose not to harden my heart. Damn, from Kwame. Kerry Powder, Golden State Warrior from I Am Done. So these are the comments we have for today.
Nice. Yeah, man. I see Kwame Shota is feeling Alpha Eagle to the mask. And he was blown away by the James Harden line. All right, so let's do the announcements.
Okay, so this event has been postponed and the date will come out soon. So when the new date comes, we will announce it here for everybody to know. So, Menaye Ideas has presented this show for over 5 years now. She started in 2017, and this is the 5th edition, Pills of Art with Menaye. And it's amazing. I went to check it out. I haven't been there though, but I went through and I saw the artists that have passed through, and trust me, it's an amazing show. And it's happened on this November at Kumasi. So let's prepare. If we won't even go there personally, we join through Zoom or Facebook. Celebrating Ohima Makida on Sunday, September 19th. In fact, this very Sunday, the Zoom link is there. So kindly write it. Write the Zoom ID. The Zoom ID is 8457088289. And the password is birthday. So we are celebrating Mama Kida on this very Sunday at exactly 6 p.m. 6 p.m. here. So please, you have to join. And let me read what is here. It says, release, bring poems, songs, skits, or a joke to share. Oh, and there was a monetary gift for best dress. Bring your own beverage and something yummy to eat. The chat will be open for singles from sea to shining sea. So please, this Sunday, let's join to celebrate our early Mama Kida.
Okay, nice. Thank you so much, Efunwa. So special happy birthday to Mama Kida, who is more than family to us. And Ehalakasa like blood, you know. So on Sunday, we are celebrating her, so please do join us. Let's celebrate her for real, because that's all we can give. Yeah, man. All right. So the show continues with Alpha Ego in the house. 2 more pieces and we are out. Alpha Ego, please share with us your 5th piece.
All right. So this is my 5th piece. I mean, we've done all the chess stuff. I mean, let's go somewhere else. So this piece, Love in Disguise. I mean, it just came in my mind that I should do this one. I don't even know if I can remember. I can actually remember every word, but let's see. This is to all the fine ladies all the fine ladies around. If you are here, just I know nobody can hear, but just say woo, all the fine ladies there. If you're a guy, don't do some. All right, so Love in Disguise. I remember the very first day I set my eyes on you, immediately you became a chamber in which my wandering legs stood. The icy flakes of December breathed the cold breeze of winter, and there you stood. Like poised magical Elsa did to Olaf when frozen, pierced and broken by your innocent eyes, they set me glowing like fireflies dancing through the sleepy night. There was no sense in me walking in past tense, seeking for defense in front of chaotic fence, but you came, and you unraveled the strings that has staged your image in my frame. I remember. Despite my size, your trembling sight weakened my knees and made me reduce my height. How did you do it? The excitement I gained from your presence is like that of a flower that has seen a light ray and is ready to blossom. So please, allow me to call your body a petal because it attracts me to lick your sweet-smelling nectar at my tongue. Coils in. Seconds without you make my throat itch like the wrist. Poison. When days moved like decades and thoughts of you gave me headache, I wasn't surprised because I knew that this was love in disguise. Alpha Ego. Thank you.
Love in Disguise. And tonight, a lot of love has been poured in and the show is still going on. So please do what to pour in your love. If you're feeling Alpha Ego for real, as I am doing, please do what to let him know. Yeah, man. Beautiful piece right there on love. All right, so still no questions for Alpha Ego. All right, cool. I see Raphael who says Alpha Ego is his mentor. Boniface also joined us. Boniface by Excel, Sheila Aram, Fidelia Apedo. Yeah, man. Yes, Kwame Shelter also. Akwaba to all of you. And Sir Black himself is in the house tonight. All right, beautiful piece right there. Nice one. So Alpha Ego, can you share with us your 6th piece?
All right, so this 6th piece. This is how are you so good with wordplays? Am I supposed to answer or I have to just go ahead with my piece?
You can go ahead, but before that, let me ask you this question. If spoken word was a woman, what would you have her be to you?
Is that what will I have here? What?
Be to you. I mean, would you love for her to be your mother, your sister, your daughter, your wife, girlfriend, ex?
Obviously not my ex, but okay, so I mean, this is a really tough question. Any answer can actually mean I'm selling out on the other. But if I choose my mom, it will be like, hey, Charlie, so the girl, nah. If I choose my girl, it'll be like, hey, now I'm your own or show, nah. If I choose anybody, I mean, so if spoken word is a girl, I mean, it'll definitely be somebody I would like to spend the rest of my days with. I mean, the rest of my life with. So to definitely be my wife. And I'll definitely choose, if I'm choosing a wife, I'll definitely choose somebody who bears the characteristics of my mom. So I'll definitely have my mom in her, and my mom will raise a daughter who will be like her. So definitely I'll get my sister too in her. So if I'm talking about this my wife, then I swear I'm going for my wife. Talking about a girl, I'm going for my wife.
You get far away to give 3 answers in one. That was a very smart answer. All right, nice. All right, Kid David, I see you, bro. Okay, so you can go ahead with your piece.
All right, so my final piece, my final work of art. This a piece that I've put in so much effort. I've actually worked on a video which I'll be releasing somewhere this month. I really, really love this piece, which is titled like Paul. I really hope you enjoy it. I've not said this piece anywhere before, so you guys will be the first people to listen.
First time, exclusive performance right here on the Ehalakasa online talk party. So keep it as a record.
Last night, with my praying knees bent at the corner of my deathbed, I asked myself, if I could walk through the ages of the Bible, who would I love to be? My mind cracked open its shell. The flipping pages had lots of stories to tell as I saw Moses, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Esther, Ruth, David. But my mind was set on a persistently provocative persecutor who passionately peeled pearls of joy off God's people. His name is Paul. In every Christian fairy tale, he was the villain, treated good people with so much disdain. In fact, if he was a chemist, the only elements he would have used would be Fe and Ar, iron and argon, just to induce fear like a Khaleesi on a dragon. Isn't it amazing how one man had two chapters? First, a persecutor. Second, a preacher. First, a torturer. Second, a teacher. First, a life ripper. Second, a life reaper. Isn't it amazing how Paul became a transformational leader? I know you've heard a lot about this man called Paul, so I'm not here to bore you with the books he wrote or his famous Bible quotes, but I'm here to remind you that despite his countless atrocities, God still used him to spread his word across cities. His sin covered his face like a mask, but he took off the mask because he met that beaming brilliance on the road to Damascus. He found the essence of telling others about the love of Christ, because at that moment he knew that he wasn't a low cost but a high price bought by the blood. My dear friend, how many people have you told that Jesus loves you? He is trusting you to spread his word to the world. He sits on his glorious, ever-radiant throne saying, Jack will share my word to his friends. But Jack is that Christian soldier who can't hold his arsenal, so he's become this generation's West Ham. Evangelism was one of Paul's traits. So why don't you be like Paul? Move the word closer to unbelievers like you are taking a portrait. Your Christian quest is to spread the love of Christ to others and not to be comfortable in your seat. You are so blind so you can't see Romans chapter 10 verse 15. No wonder you have ugly feet. You feel so big to tell others about Jesus? Hey, relax. Now you figure who you be. Hey, relax. Ukra inkwansiono intifakona amansanyina numbi. Hark the voice of Jesus calling. Who will go and work today? Fields are white and harvest waiting. Who will bear the sheaves away? Loud and long the master calls you. Rich reward he offers free. Who will answer gladly saying, here I am, send me, send me. He is calling. We are picking. We are moving. So don't be left back with an excuse that Marcelo. So why don't you be fully charged like Paul and pick up the call? We are the church. We are on a mission to go out there and influence. What are you waiting for? Come join me. Let's look beyond the darkest hours and shout with satisfaction that we move. Alpha Ego. Thank you.
Alpha Ego, Charlie. Million salutes and million salutes. Alpha Ego, Charlie. I don't know how this guy's mind works, but his mind is scattered everywhere. Like you have to listen carefully. You have to be very exposed to a lot of things to be able to grasp the weight of his content. For you to understand what we're talking about, from football to cosmetology to Charlie, everything, science, and with the base being his Christian faith and all, Charlie still brings out that sweet sauce. Charlie, the millions of those. I think a lot of minds blown up tonight. All right, so thank you all for sticking and staying. It's been the Ehalakasa online talk party. I'm Natiobi. I've done this with the beautiful, gorgeous African queen right there, the Fumwa. And we yes.
Alpha Ego said Black has a question for you, Wayne.
Okay, nice.
Okay, so when you are done with the question, I'll read the rest of the comments. Okay, so he said, how would you define yourself in 15-word sentence?
In 15-word sentence.
Yes.
I've actually never thought about this question before, but hey, 15. I don't want to three, but mine is simple. I mean, 15. Okay, so my started with the adjective say. I mean, I see. Wait, I want to get a question. Well, is it that the answer has to be 15 words?
Yeah, how would you define yourself in 15 words sentence?
Okay, so I honestly think I'm a very creative guy who really wants to take spoken word or wordplay to the next level. I don't know if that's more than 15 or whatever, but
that's
basically
20.
that's me.
Okay,
yeah,
so that was 20. And I also have this question answered.
Black, if we are satisfied or you are not, let us know in the chat bottom.
What did you say?
No, I was talking to say Black.
Oh, yeah,
I said if he's satisfied with your answer or not.
I'm not sure he will be. I'm sure he said cool. Okay, he said cool.
Okay,
so let me read the rest of the comments.
Yes.
Anyway, Yapon 7 about Yapon, but
questions. I see another question in the chat box.
A wise answer. Okay, bossy they choose wife over mama.
Oh.
Wise answer. Okay, that's from King David. Wise answer from Mama Kida. Good response from Fidelia. What from Kwame? Damn. Hey, from Boniface. Hey, from Kwame. Who you be hair relaxer chairman? From I am done. Nah, Alpha should be arrested. This guy is criminally good. From Kwame. Relax, you figure who you be. You be hair relaxer. From Boniface. Okay. Hey, Alpha from Ken David. Okay, so from Mama Kida. By the way, spoken word is female because it gives birth, and every woman is a wife and a girlfriend, a mother, etc. The man who sees and nurtures this is worthy. Wow, from Mama Kida. The guy is so good. From Boniface. Wow. How do you do it? The Christian pieces from Shelley. So this one, how do you do it?
Okay, so
wait. There is another one here.
All right.
So that you answer them together, okay?
Sure, no problem.
Okay. So Black says he's cool with the answer. So I have 3 questions here. 1, how do you do it? The Christian pieces, how do you do it? And 2nd, what's the meaning of alpha ego? And the Obiso Dibiaba. Alpha, why a spoken word? Why not rap or writer or any other thing? And the last one, this one again, last one, what inspired you to write your new poem? Mensi Subium, or you are okay?
Okay, one after the other. And so
okay. How do you do it? The Christian pieces, how do you write it? How do you do it?
Okay, because of our time, my member with the Christian pieces.
All right.
Honestly, my dad was a pastor and obviously brought up in a Christian home. That's the exposure I got from the early stages. So, and as a wordplay guy, I actually had to blend both. Mostly, if I really want to write, let's say I want to write about faith, or I want to write about faith, I'll pray about it, go into the Bible, search online Bible quotations that talk about faith. I'll go and read about them. I just try my best to get a fair idea of what I want to write about. I go online to watch videos of people who have already done pieces about faith, see how they took it, where they started and how they got it, like how they started and how they ended it. So when I get the whole idea, like I just get a body of how I'm going to do it, and I just flow. With most of the Christian pieces, like testimony, see, it's something about me, about something about a story that I wanted to share. Yeah, something about X. That one is also kind of personal. You see, one way or the other, we all have struggled. I mean, if you're all Christians here, one way or the other, we've had days where we feel and all that. You see, so when you are just a creative guy, it just comes. You get it.
Okay.
No, I read about it. It just comes. Yeah. Because I remember somewhere in SHS, let's say when my teacher even lashes me or does something bad to me, I just write I just make sure I write. Is that kind of thing? So it became a part of my life. Anything about me, I just put it down on paper. Yeah. So that's how come I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so what is the meaning of alpha ego?
Okay, so alpha ego. When it's actually two different words, alpha and ego. Let me start with alpha. Alpha means it's an attribute to God. Actually, alpha, he's the alpha and omega, the beginning and the end. So alpha is the first letter, it's first. So it's actually attributed to God. When you come to ego in psychology is the part of the human brain that settles disputes between other people. So I see myself as God among men, trying to speak to settle issues, trying to speak to make people understand a lot of things about themselves. Because how I see myself and what I want to get to, I really want to use this as a platform to reach people a lot. It's not just, it shouldn't just be Bible. I mean, I just talk about stuff to people. And when we talk about somebody's alter ego, not alpha ego, somebody's alter ego is somebody's inner being that is more powerful. Do you get the whole point? So it's just a part of me that I see as very, very, it's my inner being, let me put it that way. Somebody bigger than me who lives in me and is ready to speak. Because I remember my favorite piece is called Dear Mom. I wanted to do the Dear Mom piece, but trust me, I couldn't memorize it. It's an 8-minute piece, and that piece is just mind-blowing. And anytime I watch it, I was like, am I the one who actually did this thing? Because I still can't memorize the lines. I still can't do anything about it. I mean, that piece is mind-blowing. So that's how I came up with the name Alpha Ego.
All right. Why spoken word? Why not rap or writing? Why not a writer or a rapper? Why
spoken word poet is also right. I mean, I write. I'm holding my pen here. I'm writing. Okay, so I mean, everybody can be a writer. A spoken word poet, it depends. Not all poets write. I mean, some people they write for them to say it. But I mean, I'm a writer. I do rap too. Like, but it's not really. That's not my main field. So, but I actually like rap. Honestly, I actually like rap. I actually like rappers. In Ghana, I have my top. I love Omar Sterling, Lyrical Joe, Manifest. I mean, Strongman. Those guys. I just love to listen to. I'm more interested in what people say than just dancing to tunes and all that. So I really love Dax. Dax is an American gospel rapper. I mean, the guy is just too deep. Joko. I mean, I really love rap, but it's not something that I want to do it full time because I mean I've tried a couple of times. Maybe I'll take it on a couple, but I'm more skewed to spoken word than to the rap. But I mean I do 1 or 2 raps too. Yeah.
All right. Boniface said you have the potential to become a good rapper. Okay, so the last question. What inspired you to write your new poem?
My new poem. I'm actually working on a piece that I'll be ministering on 26 September, and that's my latest poem. So is that a question the person is asking, or the last poem I said here?
Maybe you're the last one because we don't know about the new.
Okay. So the last, what inspired me? Okay, so I just thought that, I mean, with okay, so the last poem, like Paul, I just came to a realization at a point in my life that I wasn't doing a lot. I mean, everybody. Well, it depends. I mean, I'm a Christian, so that I'll talk for myself. As a Christian, you are supposed to tell people that Jesus loves you. Have you given your life to Christ? And that thing is very, very difficult for some people to go personally one-on-one to go and tell somebody. I mean, I'm also everyday therapist. So sometimes when cancer patients come to my place, one or two, I talk to them. Like I really talk to them. So sometimes I talk to them about Jesus. I ask them, have they given their life to Christ? I talk to them, not always about Bible, but I want to have that physical bond. I mean, that emotional bond with them, share their pain. So, you see, people are really going through a lot. And what as a Christian, what are you doing about it? So with this piece, it's like I'm trying to let us get on our toes that, Charlie, there's a lot that we are not doing. I mean, as Christian, we need to set up. We need to really work out. We really need to set up and just do the work. So that's what actually inspired me. I realized myself that I wasn't doing a lot. So with this piece, if it goes far, I mean, it's a way of telling people, it's a way of doing the work of God. And yeah, that's what I want to do.
All right, Charlie. So thank you so much, Alpha Ego. Thank you all for sticking and staying. And let's do this again next week, Friday as always. And thank you so much, Alpha Ego, once again. It's been a great honor having you on the Ehalakasa online talk party. And for all of you first timers, I believe you enjoyed yourselves, you enjoyed the party. So share the word and spread it all over. Let them know Ehalakasa does this each and every Friday and it's constant. Would have given you the records, but we'll do that next week. Thank you all once again. So let me salute all of you. The humankind, I see you. Ohima Makeda, yes, and let's join her party, a celebration on Sunday. I am done. Salutes Sinsilo Brown, my brother from class 2. Yeah, man. Sheila Aaron, Kwame Shelter, I see you too, bro. Fidelia Apedo, Boniface Binding itself, Raphael, and also King David. Charlie, thank you all for tuning in and doing this with us. Without you, this video have been as beautiful as it was. So please do well to join in again. Follow Ehalakasa on all social media platforms. Link up with us and let's vibe. And also Alpha, you kindly drop any link to your social media handles.
Okay, also, so I think I gave it to the lady. If wow, yeah, I gave it to her. So. Mama Vanessa. So first of all, I want to thank this group. I mean, this is a very great work. I mean, every poet would like his work to go out, and this is one of the greatest platforms. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much, and all the comments that came in. I mean, it's really nice for people to appreciate the work that you are doing. Let's face it, spoken word is one of the creative arts in Ghana, which is not readily accepted by people. So when the very few ones really appreciate it, and I mean, they are pushing us, it really encourages us, me especially. So thank you so much. I'm really honored. So I'm very, very active on WhatsApp and Twitter. My Twitter handle is Della_scribe, at Della_scribe, small letters. Okay. My Instagram, so I'm not so active there, _alpha_ego, _alpha_ego. So thank you so much, everybody. I'm really honored. Alpha Ego, thanks you all so much.
Nice, all right. Thank you so much. And please do well to follow him, support him whichever way. And salutes to I am Etiahini and also Sir Black.
And last one. My YouTube channel, Alpha Ego. Please subscribe and just go there. I have some mad content there. You can actually go and enjoy some. Yeah. Alpha Ego. Please don't forget. Don't forget.
Nice one. Charlie, thank you. According to Jana, 2 hours. We'll have 2 hours session with you. So 1 more minute. You guys, anybody you can unmute, turn on your videos, vibe with somebody before we draw the curtains, because the landlord says our time is up. So 2 more minutes, and we are done. So please unmute, vibe with somebody. Charlie, tonight has been beautiful. I say the time can't say people don't want to go. Wow.
True, it's true. It
Yeah,
has been
solid show.
Yeah.
All right, so I beg, turn on your videos, unmute.
Hello.
Yo.
How far you go?
Hello.
How far look up to?
How far?
And like I said, he's my mentor.
Hey, boss.
It's been a wonderful time. Thank you, Ehalakasa.
Hey.
Charlie, how far be mad, man? Charlie, you know, say the love beat from the one.
I really enjoy myself.
And the promise shot, maybe then you get vibe. We'll make you meet for Twitter ID, you know.
I swear. Big, Charlie. It be massive for her. Your word play, Charlie. Your word plays out of this one, Charlie. Your word plays out of this one. Cry. You don't get size. Forget the rappers and the other things, Charlie. You don't get size. Cry.
I beg, I guess size. I guess size. I do wear extra large. I guess size.
Massive, Charlie. Big ups.
Charlie, thanks. Raphael, I see you. Charlie, thank you all.
Okay, so all right, Charlie. So good night and best of the week.